Tell my wife right now, if I hit lotto, I'm dumping her ass and getting me a white girl. Like, the game has changed. I got money. Get out of here. Now it's better. Nope, it ain't even better. I don't give a shit. All right, my good people, welcome back to this episode number 14. Don't Kill the Messenger podcast is always coming to you in the living room on this day off. It's your boy Marco. What is good, my people? It's good to see you again. Today is May 27th. Yo, it's dumb nice outside, finally, because y'all always know every time I record on a Saturday, bro, it's like it's either cloudy, chilly, raining, and so we, on this short existing podcast, experienced our first sunny day on a day we record. Earlier today was beautiful, man. I went outside. I went to the mall with the wife and the kid. When they got baby girl some ice cream, just chilled in Cross County Mall on some suburban black people shit, and it was a good day. And now I'm home in front of the iPhone talking shit with you, my people. I've missed you, man. What it do? I hope you had a good week, man. It's Memorial Day weekend, bro. I know there's a travel advisory for black people who going to Florida, but if you are black and you're going to Florida, I assure you your ass is going to have a good time, but be safe, though, if you're heading down to Miami this weekend. Why did my week suck? I had a bad week, man, and I don't even know where to begin, but let's begin. So I've been having some problems, man, with my hearing, right? So I noticed, like, when I'm in conversation with people, I have to like lean in to kind of hear what people are talking, right? And it might look a little creepy, like, yo, why the hell are you leaning in? Especially if you're a stranger, you don't know me, yo, Marc, why are you leaning in, bro? You looking like a creeper out here, right? And then I noticed that when baby girl would talk, you know, my 5-year-old, and she's 5 years old, man. You know, her voice ain't gonna be so pronounced. It's, you know, it's soft, right? So I noticed that sometimes, like, say that again, baby, and then my wife would have to like tell me in her adult voice what my daughter just said. So anyway, with that being said, and some other stuff that was going on in my head, I was like, maybe something's going on with my hearing, dog. So I went to the ENT doctor this week, and they ran some tests, and then they came back and said that my hearing is at like 65%, and that the right side is like really lower than that, and that I should consider hearing aids. Yo, bro, when she told me I should consider hearing aids, mind you, I'm already wearing glasses because I can't see shit, and then you tell me I need hearing aids, just like, it just hit me, man. It was just like, yo, bro, you are like fully in the throes of middle age, bro, and it's no coming back. It's no coming back from this shit. I'm clearly a middle-aged man that's experiencing middle-aged men problems, bro. I was just like, what the hell is going on, man? So, you know, we're talking about hearing aids, and just what I think about, you know, putting that on, and I'm vain as all hell, and I'm just like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. So between a doctor telling me that I need hearing aids and me having to wear reading glasses to even do this podcast, I decided to dye my beard black this week. So fuck it. I'm going to give myself some sort of youth back this week, bro. Yeah, so I had so my week was kind of a downer. But we have a rule in my house, man. You give yourself 48 hours to kind of mope and whatever, and you get your ass up and you figure out a game plan. So I called a good friend of mine from my job today, and he suggested something that I'm just going to look into and go forward and press to kind of see what the hell is going on. So yeah, man, your boy is just like a fully middle-aged man, and I ain't gonna lie to you, the shit sucks, but life isn't too bad, because not tomorrow Sunday, because I'm recording this on Saturday, but the Sunday after, your boy would be on the airplane heading to the beautiful island of Jamaica, and I love that place. I'm telling you, it's literally one of my top 3 places to travel to, and it seems like every time I do this podcast and I'm about to go on vacation, your boy is super hyped. So today is no different. I'm super hyped, and literally like 8 more days I will be on that airplane, me, the wife, the kids, and we're gonna spend a week out in Jamaica, and we're gonna have a fantastic time, and I'm looking forward to it. All right, so my good people, what's been going on with you since the last time we recorded? There's been some death in American culture, man. That, you know, 2 icons, so to speak, have passed away over the last week. Okay, so the first one was Jim Brown. Now, Jim Brown passed away on May 18th, and he was 87 years old. If you don't know who Jim Brown is, you really need to Google that shit. But if you're my age, especially if you're a dude, you should know who Jim Brown is. Now, Jim Brown used to play for the Cleveland Browns in the old NFL. I'm talking about the old NFL, like where you probably had CTE, didn't even realize it. You know what I mean? And mind you, Jim Brown only played 8 years at running back, and he broke all sorts of records playing with the Cleveland Browns back in the day. But he transitioned from playing football into becoming an actor. So he went from football, he went to Hollywood, and he killed he was in a couple of black PlayStation movies that was called back in the day, so on and so forth. So Jim Brown was like a trailblazer for athletes becoming actors after their playing career was over. But more importantly, Jim Brown was a real phenomenal actor for the cause of black Americans and stepping up and being a voice for our people. And not only that, he also had an organization called American, and it would help brothers who, made some mistakes in life and they got locked up, but it helped them transition from coming home from jail and kind of getting reinstated into society, whether it's, getting them employment, so on and so forth. So Jim Brown was just a big proponent for his community. He put his money where his mouth is. He always stepped up and helped with issues when it comes to black Americans. But not only that, he also let us know when we needed to have a mirror pointed to ourselves and call us out on on our bullshit. So we lost a pure icon within the community. So rest in peace to Jim Brown, and prayers out to his family and those that were really close to him. And another icon was lost this week as well. On May 24th, we lost Tina Turner. Now, Tina Turner was an icon through the 60s. I think she had a little fall off her career in the 70s, and then she just became a super mega star in the 80s, on her solo, musical career. Now, of course, she's known with being with Ike Turner, you know what I mean? Everyone saw the movie What Love Got to Do with It. Angela Bassett, Ike was, come in to me, and Ike doing all that. But I think her career and the person she was is way more defined by, her personal life and the abuse that she, said that she endured at the hands of Ike Turner. So she passed away a couple of days ago, and it was a sad day for music, man. It was a sad day for the culture that both these icons who put so much into the American fabric have passed away. So rest in peace to the good sister Tina Turner. Those legs were something to behold. Top 10 legs of all time, like dead ass. No one's even close. And my prayers and thoughts go out to her friends and family as well. Okay, now speaking of, no, he didn't pass away, but his career is effectively done, and that is the great Nick Great. Well, he started off with the Denver Nuggets. Speaking of Denver Nuggets, here's another "Do Not Kill the Messenger" prediction. Guarantee, stamp it, yo. The Denver Nuggets are going to the NBA Finals, and the Denver Nuggets will win the NBA Finals. I said it here first. Mark my words. Okay. And they're already in the finals. Just waiting to see who's going to win between Miami and the Celtics. But Denver Nuggets will win the NBA Finals. I know my guarantees mean nothing to y'all since I guaranteed the Knicks was going to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I have a good feeling about this one. So anyway, Carmelo Anthony, former Nugget, former Knick, former Laker, former Trailblazer. Carmelo was with everybody in the last years of his career. He decided to call it quits. Now, being that Carmelo has retired, he is literally that means that LeBron James is literally the last player from the class of 2003, which I'm like, damn. Now I just told you my hearing is going. So that makes me feel old. But when I heard this, I really felt old, and then you put things into perspective. Yo, man, time is moving, bro, and time waits for no man. So Melo retired. He released this dope video, and hopefully I can put it up without getting any trademark, problems with you.
To the court where I made my name, to the game that gave me purpose and pride. But this bittersweet goodbye to the NBA, I'm excited about what the future holds for me. When people ask what I believe my legacy is, it's not my feats on the court that come to mind, nor the awards or praise, because my story has always been more than basketball. My legacy, my son, is in you. I will forever continue through you, because the time has come for you to carry this torch. So Kai, chase your dreams. Let nothing hold you back.
So it's good to see that he's getting his flowers on internet as he rides into the sunset. So LeBron is the last one, and LeBron took a L in the Western Conference Finals last week sometimes, and it seems like he's hinting towards retirement. We don't know, but time is moving, guys, and the new era is moving in. I know his son Bronnie just is in his last year of high school and is graduating. He's committed to USC, and his son is going to prom, which we're about to talk about. So it's just kind of dope to kind of see this man, these men, period, change the game and they're Hall of Famers in their own right and stuff like that. And, and now they have their legacy being continued by their sons. Okay, so speaking of Hall of Famers, Scottie Pippen been on the internet's wilding this week. I don't know what's going on with Scottie. I actually do know what's going on with Scottie. I'm like, let's get into what Scottie Pippen said, and then you'll get into my 2 cents of why I think your boy Scottie's out here wilding. All right, so Scottie Pippen was on an interview. I'll put that up too. And he just pretty much said, listen, before I got to the Chicago Bulls, Jordan was trash. He was a horrible teammate. He wasn't passing the ball. He was pure garbage.
And so they made the comparison. Who's greater, him or Michael? Like, LeBron will be the greatest statistical guy to ever play the game of basketball. And there's no comparison to him. None. So, does that make him the greatest player to ever play the game? I'll leave that out for debating, because I don't believe that there's a great player, because our game is a team game, and one player can't do it. Like, I seen Michael Jordan play before I came to play with the Bulls. You guys seen him play. He was a horrible player. He was horrible to play with. He was all one-on-one. He's shooting bad shots. And all of a sudden, we become a team and we start winning. Everybody forgot who he was. Everybody forgot who he was. He was a player that really winning wasn't at the top of his category.
Golf, bro, Scottie, you have every right to say that. Scottie, I'm a LeBron guy. You know what I mean? If you ask me who I would pick, Mike or LeBron, I'm going to pick LBJ if he's in number 23 or if he's wearing number 6 all day, every day. So that's me. But everyone's entitled to who they think the GOAT is. But to say that Michael Jordan is pure trash and a bum and a horrible player, like he literally said Mike is a horrible player, something's going on there. I don't know if that relationship is fractured. I think it is. So now, mind you, while Scottie is saying this, Scottie sounds mad salty. It sounds like there's animosity in Scottie's voice. Why would Scottie Pippen have an issue with Michael Jordan? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you know, but if you don't know, I'm gonna put you on to some gossip. And we shouldn't gossip, but this shit right here there's no way you cannot talk about this. Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan, who is in charge of the Michael Jordan brand, you know what I mean? And he gives everyone, all the athletes and celebrities, their sneakers and so on and so forth. He's dating Scottie Pippen's ex-wife, Larissa Pippen, however you say. I'm going to screw up a name or two. I'll drop it below. He's dating Scottie's ex. Now, which is kind of crazy. Scottie Pippen ex got to be, I'll put her right age up, but she has to be at least in her 50s, right? Like she has to be. I think she's older than me. I mean, come on, man. She's been with Scottie since he was in the Bulls, and that's in the early 90s, bro. So she got to be in her 50s. Now, I think Marcus in his 30s, early 30s, right? Marcus Jordan. So to me, if you ask me, which you did, but I'm gonna give you my opinion, I think Scottie is just like really salty that Michael Jordan's son Marcus is throwing his Air Force Ones up in his wife. His Air Jordans up in his wife, bro. I really think he's mad that's going on, bro. And I think he's salty, and I think he's on scorched earth time. I think he's like F Jordan, F them kids, like Tupac when Tupac was going, like Tupac at the end to hit him up. I think that's what Scottie Pippen is now. Like, F Michael Jordan as a brand, his family, his business, them damn sneakers or whatever, the damn Charlotte Hornets, whatever Michael Jordan have to do with, F them. And I think that's what type of time Scottie's on. You know what I mean? I mean, his ex-wife is getting piped out by Marcus Jordan. Do you know how old Marcus Jordan was? I'll put the date that he was born. You know how old he was when Larissa was dating Scottie? You know what I mean? Now, mind you, she's been with Future, the rapper, in the past as well. So And you could tell mama probably got, some cosmetic surgery done. I ain't judging, just that's what rich people do, man. That's what rich chicks do. They want to look young. They get the face done. They get the tits done. You get the BBLs. You want to stay relevant. You know what I mean? But I know this, man. From looking at that video, bro, Scottie is salty, bro. Scottie is way salty that Marcus Jordan is banging his wife. And he's probably banging her while he wear a pair of Air Jordans too, bro. Unbelievable. All right. Now I just told you LeBron and LeBron's son is in his senior year of high school. So when in your senior year, your kids, they go to the prom. So when they go to the prom, every parent, whether you're LeBron or whether you're me, you put pictures of your kids going to prom on Instagram because you're proud, because this is a moment in their life and you're so proud. You sit back there as parents. So LeBron is no different than any other parent, right, in America. So LeBron goes, he puts Bronny James prom pictures up. Now, the first set of pictures was just Bronny by himself, right? That was it, right? So you didn't even see Bronny, who he took to the prom, so on and so forth. And then, because the internet's being the internet, they got a picture of the young lady Bronny was taken to his senior year prom. The young lady is what the brothers like to call Snow Money. Yes, she was a white young lady. And the black social medias, the black internets, the black Twitter, whatever you want to call it, had a field day with this shit. Where's the sisters at? Why is this young man not dating a sister? Why is he not taking a young sister to the prom? See, this is the shit we're talking about. Our young kings are being brainwashed that white women are the standard of beauty. Yo, they was having a field day, and I was loving it because I was there for the comments, bro. I do a podcast, bro. I got some shit to talk about, but I knew the sisters would be mad, right? I even sent it to my cousin, who I call Sister Soldier affectionately, because I know she would put an angry face emoji, and that's what she did when I sent it to her. I'm just a shit starter, right? Okay, so then a couple of days later, DJ Envy from the Breakfast Club, wife Gia, put a picture of their son Logan, who's also in his senior year of high school, and he's going to his prom as well. And lo and behold, who is young Logan taking to the prom? Another young white lady. And the Black Nets had a field day with this, and everybody's getting mad. Yo, but I noticed there's more sisters getting mad than brothers. Brothers don't care. I'll tell my wife right now, if I hit lotto, I'm dumping her ass and getting me a white girl. Like, the game has changed. I got money. Get out of here. So this happened. So it made me think. This is nothing new, right? This has been going on since black men have been getting money. It seems, and I'm not judging, but I'm just saying, it seems like when brothers get a little bit of money, the majority, I didn't want to say majority because then I'm just like talking, maybe I'm just saying shit I don't know, but it seems like a lot of times that the brothers are going to go get them a snow bunny, right? And sometimes sisters, they feel a way about that because they were like, well, you couldn't go with a sister. And then they think about the poor black girl this person was dating in high school or whatever. And for whatever reason, it didn't work out. And then the brother gets of a certain stature and then he goes and he dates some white girl. But also on the other side, we see a lot of sisters that get to a certain level in life and certain statures. And the man they have on the arm is, someone of the opposite race as well. So what is it going on? And I would love for you to leave a comment. I ask you guys to leave comments, and you don't leave comments, I promise you, if you do not leave a comment on this question, I'm going to find where each of my watchers live at, and I'm not going to do anything. So listen, but all jokes aside, I wonder if this is a thing. Do you think that black men kind of sell their race out when they get to a certain stature and they want to start dating white women? Like, is it a thing that we feel as black men that you have made it in society if you date a white woman? You know what I mean? It's kind of like you get rich, you get mom of the house, you get the fancy car, and you get the white woman, right? Is this the thing? You know what I mean? Sometimes it seems like it, you know what I mean? But then again, you have to think, especially with LeBron kid and DJ Envy kid, I mean, they're going to private school. These private schools are probably like $25,000, $30,000 a semester. And if we're keeping it all the way real with ourselves, there's probably not a lot of black kids there, man. You know what I mean? Their parents happen to be affluent, so they can afford such things, you know what I mean? So when they're in this environment, people that look like them is probably few and far, between, because it's just not a lot of people that look like us that can afford this sort of schooling. So it might look like that they prefer this, but maybe it's just what they're surrounding it. And everyone's a human being, so I don't care what color you are. If you're a guy, if you're a girl, and you're just vibing with a person that may not look like you or come from your culture, you know what I mean? You're gonna get along, which goes to show that we're all human beings, right? So maybe this race thing is just full of shit that, you like who you like, because at the end of the day, aren't we all God's children? You know what I mean? Aren't we just all, we have different cultures and different background, but at the same of the day, man, on a human level, we're all just human beings trying to figure our shit out. So maybe it's a thing, maybe it's not a thing. I would love to hear what you guys think. I would love to hear, especially from the women, especially women of a particular color, if you think that this is a thing that brothers do once they get a little bit of money. Me personally, I don't think it's a thing, man. I just think this is what these kids are exposed to because their parents make X amount of dollars. And if we're trying to move to a society where we don't look at race, in regards to everything, I'm just like, hey man, listen, they're all human beings, bro. You know what I mean? Like who you like, rock out, so on and so forth. Now, my good people, it is May. That means it is Mental Health Awareness Month. And I wanted to address this on this podcast before the month ran out. I really wanted to do it on the last podcast, but I low key forgot. Listen, we're all gonna go through some rough times and moments in life, right? That's part for the course. There's no way you're gonna be a human being and not experience some sort of hardship, right? That's life, man. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. You know what I mean? So for this segment, you can think of me as Dr. Marcus. Phil, for real, Dr. Marcus. Even though I'm not a doctor. And if you do the shit that I'm telling you to do, which I'm about to tell you to do right now, and it don't work, just remember, I ain't a doctor, bro. Deadass. I'm not a doctor, but I'm going to tell you 5 things you should do that might improve your mental health. Why? Because these are the things that I try to implement in my crazy life, and it helps the majority of the time. Now, listen, I just told you this past week, your boy was mentally out of it for 2 days because I'm getting older, and there's things that comes with getting older that just honestly, sometimes it bums me out, bro, because I realize that clock ain't going back. That shit is moving. Yo, Carmelo, Anthony, and LeBron James literally have a 20-year NBA career. You know what I mean? And just this week, man, I was kind of just like in a dark place. Even before I started this podcast, I was yelling at my, sometimes these things just happen, right? So how can we combat this? How can we make this a thing where we're not wallowing and drowning in self-pity and sorrow? There's things you could do. So I'm going to give you 5 little keys real quick, man, that you can do. And maybe they can help you like the majority of the time help me. So the first thing, bro, working out. Like I said, when you work out, you don't got to have the most perfect body in the world. You ain't got to be here being all ripped and shit like that. But working out produces chemicals in your brain that makes you feel so good about yourself. Do you know how good it feels when I come home from an 1.5 to 2 hour workout? You know what I mean? It makes me feel good, man. It makes me just want to slap the wife on the ass, hug the kids. You know what I mean? I want to hear about everybody's day. I'm not grumpy dad when I'm in the gym, which is probably why I had a bad week last week, because I just, so much family stuff going on. I couldn't really get in a workout for nothing. You know what I mean? But I know when I'm able to, it makes me feel good, man. It really makes me feel good. So I don't know if you own a Peloton. I'm a big proponent of Peloton. I think it's changed my life since I started during the pandemic year. I would say invest in it. If you can financially invest in a Peloton. If you're scared to go work out in gyms and so on and so forth, I say invest in it. It's a good investment. If you think about the amount of money you spend on fast food and bullshit and food that doesn't make you feel good, I promise you probably can realize you probably could afford a Peloton. So work out. It does wonders for your mentals. You feel good. You feel more self-confident. And then if your body starts to transform, you'll feel even better about yourself. All right, 2, meditation and prayer. Yo, meditation and prayer, they're similar. You know what I mean? It's some alone time with yourself, and it's alone time with whoever you pray to, whether it be Jesus, whether it be Allah, whether it be Buddha. You know what I mean? We don't judge on this show. Whoever you feel gives you the most comfort, you know what I mean? Pray to that person for peace. Pray in your mind. Pray for that whoever you pray to for sanity, for clarity, for wisdom, for whatever it is. Now, meditation is you just taking some time. You know, I used to come out into the living room like 5 a.m. in the morning. This is when I had a later shift, and I used to do 10 minutes. I'll put my headphones on. I'll sit on the couch, and then I'll just pray. I'll just meditate. And I'll meditate how I want my day to go. And I put that positive energy out in the air. And more times than none, the day will go smashingly well because I meditated in the morning and I put that out there. So meditation and prayer is key. Now, number 3, reading. I love reading. Yo, listen, man, we live in a time where social media, listen, I'll be a liar if I told you that sometimes I'm not addicted to my phone, that I'm on my phone scrolling and looking and seeing how everyone is living a way better life than me. And then next thing I know, I had started at 7 and it's now 8:30. I'm like, holy shit, man. I literally was on social media for an hour to an hour and a half looking at how people are living better lives than me and how I should not even send my kids outside because the world's running amok. Yo, put the phone down sometimes. Put the phone down sometimes because I'm telling you right now, social media will drive you crazy. Reading is way better. Way better. You know, when you read, it's good for your mind. It's good for your mental. It's good for your brain, right? As you get older, if you don't use it, you lose it. That goes for you physically and it also goes for your brain. So reading is just, to me, sometimes better than watching TV unless it's like a real dope bomb documentary that, okay, now I'm all for it. You know what I mean? But reading works wonders for your mental. Sometimes you just got to leave social media alone. If it's for like a couple of days, a week, sometimes I even went months without posting anything because sometimes you just need a time out, bro. Because when you see how bad, when social media will make you think the world is bad and that the life you're living, that you're a piece of shit and you haven't accomplished anything. So sometimes you got to get off the nets, baby. You really do. Okay, number 4 is important. And I mean this. And I mean this in the context of a serious relationship and in marriage, because I don't want y'all taking number 4 and y'all out here being baby mamas and baby daddies. Don't say Dr. Marcus told you to do this shit. So I'm talking in the context of serious relationships and marriage. Yo, sex life, man. Yo, man, it's good to have a healthy sex life with your spouse. It just really is. It's good to date your spouse. This is all things that will work wonders for your mentals. Why? Because a healthy sex life with your partner makes you feel like you still want it. It makes you feel desirable, right? Especially, you don't know, you can, ladies could be a mom, you might, you do mom shit and stuff like that. It feels good if your husband still shows you that you're desirable. Men like to feel desired too. We like to feel like, man, we're going, if your man works out and he goes to the gym, we like to feel that our wife still desires us and lusts after us. Okay. We're all adults. So there's nothing wrong with that, man. So a healthy sex life is really important for your mental health. I promise you it is. And also dating, a date life. Listen, man, we all have kids. We all have jobs. We all have bills. You all have your mortgage. You got credit cards. You got to pay off. Yo, listen, bro, this is America, baby. None of this shit will ever stop unless you get rich and start dating white women. So until that happens, bro, all this stuff is going to continue to happen. So you have to date your spouse, date your boyfriend, your girlfriend. It works wonders. So here's what you do. You go out, you date, you smell good. Ladies, you put on the jeans you know your husband's going to like. Fellas, you put on a shirt that may be a size smaller, show off your muscles. And y'all go out and y'all have fun. And y'all come back home. And then y'all make sure everyone's to bed. And then, guys will have wonderful passion night. And in the morning, you will feel good about yourself. So, number 4 is very key to a good, healthy mental state. And number 5, bro, you got to talk to yourself. Now, I know the old saying goes, if you talk to yourself, you crazy. Yeah. But nah, really, if you talk to yourself with positive affirmations, bro, you know what I mean? You're not crazy. You're being reassuring to yourself. Yo, bro, the world is a cold place. Not everyone, there's not a lot of people that's going to come up to you and tell you that you're like the most swellest person in the world, that that you're so great, man. You're just a beautiful, addition to civilization and humanity. No, bro. But you better tell yourself that when you look in that mirror, you better tell yourself you was a savage. You know what I mean? You was a handsome dude. Or if you're a lady, you're beautiful. You know what I mean? You was a warrior. You was a kick-ass wife, a kick-ass mother, a kick-ass person, whatever it is that you're trying to kick ass in, you know? You have to give yourself some positive affirmation, guys. It just is what it is. And it's okay to do that. It's okay to big yourself up, bro. It is okay to champion yourself. Because 9 times out of 10, no one's going to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it'd be cool if your spouse does it and your friends does it and so on and so forth. But they can tell you all the most positive shit in the world. If you do not believe it, if that shit does not come from within and you don't feel that way about yourself, the outside validation means nothing. It starts within yourself. So trust me when I tell you, number 5, talk to yourself. But don't call yourself a piece of shit. Don't say I'm a loser. Don't say I can never get this done. Now reverse that. Yo, this is what, forget try. This is what I'm going to do. This is who I am. This is who I'm going to become. So on and so forth, okay? So it's 5 of them things I just laid out to you. I'm a doctor. Someone should give me my PhD right now, bro. Okay, make sure your ass is working out. Make sure you meditate and pray. I don't care who you praying to, bro. Just don't pray to like a head of letters, though. Make sure it's one of the top 3 religions, bro. You know what I mean? Or if you're not into, if that's not your thing, meditate. It's cool. 3, read, bro. Read more. I'm telling you, feed that mind. 4, sex life and dating. If you're in a serious relationship or if you're married, that's key. And 5, talk to yourself, but in a positive way. And if all those 5 steps don't put you in the right mental place, this one you're just going to have to probably do. I've done it. I'm honestly speaking, because how I'm feeling about getting older, I'm probably going to have to do this soon. Yo, bro, there's nothing wrong with seeking therapy. You go to therapy. Ain't shit wrong with talking with someone. Mental health is important. Don't think you're weak if you feel like you have to go and talk to someone. We all need someone to talk to. And guess what? Here's the kicker, bro. Even if you do have faith, even if you do have a strong spiritual foundation, yo, it's okay to go talk to a therapist. Like it really is. God's not going to be mad at you. He's not gonna say my child. No, he's gonna say my child. Good for you. Go talk to that therapist. Because sometimes we need feedback in a human form, especially for someone who's not biased and don't know us, and this is their profession. So I'll put it up. There's a place called Better Health that I'm looking into that I'm probably going to get the ball rolling on it. That it's going to be, the place where I go to therapy. And it's virtual. You don't even have to go into an office. So, the shit is all good, man. And mind you, bro, I used to go to therapy back in the day and it worked wonders. But that was when I was in my early 30s. But now that your boy's approaching the big 5-0 in a couple of years, I think it's time for me to go and get some things retooled. So, therapy. There's nothing wrong with it, my people. If you feel like you can't get out of the doldrums of life and you feel like you're depressed, like legit depressed, go seek therapy. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay.
I want to fall in love. Yeah, I do. Sometimes I feel like I just want someone to tell me exactly what to do. I want to be more confident and less scared. Sometimes I feel like I'm on an island and everyone else is in these rowboats with their full lives rowing somewhere, and I don't have a boat. I'm just stuck, forgotten.
I mean, what do you want to eat?
Oh, just the pad thai.
So the chicken satay, the mango salad, and 2 orders of the pad thai. Yep, that's everything.
Well, the show's almost ended. You know what that means. The show's almost done, so that means that brings me to the message of the day. And my good people, the message of the day comes to you from Mr. Fred Rogers himself. Yeah, your boy Marcus is about to pull out a quote from Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, bro. I'm telling you, man. And by the way, Fred Rogers was a great man. Okay, so Fred Rogers said that there is no normal life that is free of pain. It's the very wrestling with our problems that can be the impetus for our growth. There's no growth without pain, bro. There's none. It is 0. You cannot find yourself if you don't know how you act with adversity and struggles. You don't know who you are. Everyone could be the best version of themselves when things is going swell, when you have money, when you're on top, when your relationship is doing good. But when things crumble, when maybe you're doing financially not as well as you was the year before, or that marriage is going through a rocky patch, that's when you find out who you really are, when you have a health scare, when your kids are doing something that you don't approve of. That's when you find out who you are as a person through adversity and through struggle. That's when you grow. You know what I mean? When flowers bloom and they look all beautiful, don't forget they had to go through some dirt to get, you know, to be to bloom and blossom and be their full self. You know what I mean? Now, there's something I'm not gonna say on this show that happened to me last week. Besides the doctor telling me I needed a hearing aid, and I'm only doing it out of respect to my wife, that I won't mention it, not anything between me and her, but just something that kind of happened to us, and it pissed me off. That also sent me. So honestly, I told you 40 hours of last week, I was in a dark place. No, it was more like from Monday to literally yesterday, which was Friday, that I was in a dark place because something got done to us, and I feel like it was some dirty sleazeball type shit, you know what I mean? But when I kind of was going out of that darkness, I had to ask myself, okay, are you finished? You finished moaning? You finished bitching? What are you going to do now? How are you going to get back? How are you going to reverse this? What are you going to do? You're going to lay there? You're going to cry? You're going to boo-hoo about it? Or you're going to be a goddamn savage? You're going to attack it, and you're going to reverse what happened to you and yours. And I think I'm going to do the latter. You know what I mean? And when I do what I'm about to do, and I come up on the other side, it's going to feel so damn good because I knew what I just went through. I knew the adversity that I had to go through to put myself in a position to reverse what happened to us. And that's how sometimes you got to attack it. There's no growth. There's no growth without pain and sorrow in adversity. It's just not. And honestly, I want an easy life. There's no stories to tell, man. There's no war stories. There's no scars to show off, you know? But when you can come through some shit and be the better version of yourself and stand on top after you knew what happened, that, my friends, is when you become a badass. You know what I mean? So my people, today is May 27th. It is super beautiful outside in New York City. I hope you guys, whatever you're doing for this Memorial Day weekend, I hope you do it. And I hope you do it big, man. If it's just going out with friends and family at a barbecue, it's just going on a 3-day weekend with your kids somewhere, whatever you do, man, make sure you do it and make sure you do it right. As always, my good people, I'm going to need you to do me something if you hadn't at the beginning of the show because you didn't listen to me. You better listen to me. But if you didn't, just make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell. So my good people, listen, the show's over. I told you, an hour or less, baby. We in and out, baby. Go outside and do what you're going to do, man. And from the desk of Don't Kill the Messenger, which is me, myself, and I, as always, I would like to always thank you guys for the love, the support, the text, and the kind words. And I promise you, without a shadow of a doubt, after I drink like a gallon of rum cream from Jamaica, I will come back and I'll let you guys know all about the vacation. I'll see you at episode 15. My good people, thank you. Love yourself. Love others. More importantly, love God. I'll see you soon. Peace.